Hello and welcome back to TNI-UK Impacted, episode 203. Coming to you live via the Total Non-Stop Impact Network on YouTube and Twitch. And if you listen on the go, then we're also available on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you listen to your favourite shows. I am your host, Bison, and today I am joined by the man coming to us from the void of his own mind, the Joker! All right, Joe, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Feeling wonderful. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not bad, mate. I'm not bad.
Wonderful!
Wonderful! It's a shame Craig can't join us at the minute, but hopefully he'll join us a little bit later on. We'll see.
Yeah.
Have you had a good week?
I've had a pretty good week. Yeah, had a side still aching from laughing at the Limpstar's Hendy bomb during this concert. We've got this chance to see that, guys. I'll be dropping a comment on that with the link in that on the YouTube comments and stuff below when we finish tonight. So all you guys who haven't seen it yet on TikTok and Twitter and everything, you guys can check is the Limpstars Joe Hendy bomb.
Are we not able to play it? Are we not able to play it on the show?
I have to try sharing screens and things like that. It'll take a while for me to get set up, but I can try it.
Yeah, let's just, if we could play it, it'd be great to play it, wouldn't it? As well as obviously, sharing the links, because I mean, we do want people to go and check out the links and share it around and make sure that everybody gets to see this fantastic Limpster in action. But we'll see. Right, Eric's in the house.
I had to share screens and that. So
Hassan Terrell's in the house. Nice to see you, buddy. Mir's here. Gibster's with us. He's joined us on the start.
Guys.
Nice one, Gibster. And again, nice to see Mir. I'll tell you, he loves it. Absolutely loves the show. So he's here from the start every time. And Eric, they're here from the start every single show, aren't they?
Yeah, that was good to see you guys.
Always good. And of course, it's good to see Hassan as well. And of course, the Gibster.
Yeah, it's good.
Now, guys, listen. If you are in the chat, if you're watching the show, make sure that you say hello. If you say hello, we'll give you a shout out. And remember, if you've got anything that you want to say about any of the stuff we're talking about, feel free to leave a message. We can discuss it. Maybe Joe can pop them up on the screen. It's pretty good to see that when they pop up on the screen, which is really good. And of course, don't forget, if you're feeling flush, we do love a good super sticker. All right, just so you know. And of course, that does come with a soundbite of your choice. All right, so remember that if you do decide to drop us a super sticker or something along those sort of lines, then you are eligible to pick a soundbite of your choice, and we will play that for you. But anyway, let's get on with the news and rumors then, because there's a lot more than normal, shall we say. It's been going on over the last couple of weeks. You would expect it with the build up to obviously Bound for Glory. There's going to be a few things on there. Now, one of the first things I wanted to mention and say, which is a good thing, Casey Navarro obviously has been officially signed to a multi-year deal. So he's not just there for 12 months, guys. He's there for 2. He's there for 24 months.
Fantastic news.
Yeah, no, it's good news to hear that Casey's been signed. Obviously, we'd seen him a few times over the last couple of years, whether it be Impact Wrestling, whether it be TNA now. But it's great to see that he has now officially signed with Impact Wrestling for at least a couple of years, which is fantastic news. Fantastic news. Big fan, Joe. Big fan of Casey.
Huge fan. And I'm so pleased for him. He's appeared at least 3 times over the last 2 years. I've said it when I saw his contract signing. Perseverance pays off. It's just so good to see. And welcome to the family. Was all I can say to Casey Navarro. Welcome to the family, and you're absolutely smashing it so far with AJ Francis. I can't wait to see what's happening next.
There you go. Absolutely. And I tell you what, when Rich Swann finally comes back, that trio is going to be really good. I think they're going to be great. Now, news broke in the last couple of days that the backstage roles are being filled by some TNA legends already. So we've got Christy Hemme, who's taking on the head of marketing role. Alicia Edwards is joining her on marketing as well. And we've also got Sami Callihan, who is very happy to be a part of TNA moving forward. He's also joining the live events department. Which I think is fantastic news. I mean, we know that, Sammy is very experienced on putting on a live event. He's been doing it for many years now with Wrestling Revolver. And those shows are always banging. So I think it's fantastic. That's a fantastic place to put Sammy. I'd get him involved in creative as well if it was me, but there's the start.
I've no doubt Sammy will have some input in there too. All the wrestlers have input there in general, but I'm pretty sure Sammy will be chipping ideas for everybody and working with everybody, and Sammy's going to have a huge influence there regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's got a lot of them. Rosemary's another one with huge creative minds that can just come up with anything and make a massive success of it. But that's just the TNA locker room in general, really.
Yeah, definitely.
I've got the tab up with the Limpstar's Joe Hendy bomb. If you guys want to quickly check that out.
Come on then, let's check it out.
Okay, this one should be coming up right. So he did this at a nightclub a couple of weeks ago.
Amen. He appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. London and Paris and Tokyo. And Canada and Mexico. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. I like the way you're moving. I like the way you're moving. I like the way you're moving.
Oh mate, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. I love the fact they're just like, what the fuck? I love it. Absolutely.
Women at the front looked so pissed off. I thought she was going to jump across the turntable and smack him.
I know, that is insane. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Do you know what, guys? I literally, I spent weeks and weeks convincing him to do it. Didn't I, Joe? I spent weeks trying to convince him to drop the Joe Hendry theme tune into one of his sets, right? And I said the crowd will love it. They'll be like, oh my god, it's Joe Hendry, and they'll love it, and they'll go for it. And I was wrong. And I'm proud. Well, not proud, but I'm big enough to admit I was wrong. The crowd were like, what the hell? But anyway, all good. There you go. Gibbs was saying we could do with something new on creative just to freshen things up a bit. I'd like to say I think Sammy would be good in that role. WWE are very interested in signing Joe Hendry. Of course they are. But we've still got him for a little bit of 2025. So there you go. Jay Vidal has very negative things to say about his time in TNA. I bet he does. So let's face the facts. I mean, he didn't really do anything, did he? He had a lot of potential. It just wasn't shown. So
I'm. It's sad to see him gone, and I was hoping to see a lot more from him.
You say that, but actually, nobody was really interested in him.
Yeah,
I could tell you that as well because I interviewed him, and I think he is my least viewed interviewer of every interview. Yeah, interviewee that I've ever done. He's got less than the Indian commentary guy. Like, no one was really interested in him, so you could see why they weren't really necessarily booking him. But I don't know.
No, he's got so much potential. It's just people weren't giving him a chance in the audience. What way they weren't taking it on board because he's a fucking amazing wrestler.
He's a good wrestler, but the character I think sucks. So I think that's the problem. It's a shitty character. But anyway, Gregor John, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. We've got David Bennett's joined us as well. As I said about K, I don't know how you say it. Is that K? I guess Kai.
Yeah.
Kai. Is it Kai?
I don't
Kai
know.
Kai sounds right. But anyway, thanks for joining us. Obviously, Ray UK08 has joined us as well. Did you watch MLP Forged in Excellence? If you did, what did you think of the show? I've seen parts of it. I've not seen the whole thing. I've seen bits and bobs, and to be honest with you, it just looked like an episode of Impact. But to me, some of the matches are really good.
Mike Bailey did a fucking insane 450 leg drop. He went for the Ultimate Weapon, and he turned it into a leg drop. That was fucking insane. That's one of the. I've seen some highlights. I was going to try and get it, but the tumble dryer broke down, so the money's had to go towards getting that fixed this later on. So, but yeah, that's on my to catch up on this too, along with the last Wrestling Revolver show. That's on my to catch up list as well. But
yeah, mate,
I'm really both nights that they had for Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, they both sold out, and it was a packed house. The fans had a good time. The wrestlers were put on a stunning performance. All I can say is congratulations, Scott D'Amore. You deserve it. Well done.
Yeah, he did a good job. But I'm talking from I think from a spectator point of view. I found the production value was as good as I was expecting it to be when you think about the quality of the marketing posters and all that kind of stuff. Was pretty spot on. But yeah, like I say, some great matches. I'm glad it was a sellout. I believe that there was AEW and I believe there was TNA advertising for Bound for Glory on the show and stuff. So yeah, there you go. A lot of point like Ray saying, a lot of people said MLP Force Excellence was a bit like TNA. Well, it would be, wouldn't it? In the end of the day, that's what the guy did for the last 20 years. That's what he knows. So yeah, there you go. Freaking Punk. I don't care about the A+ world. World match at BFG because I can't stand Nemeth and Henry. Doesn't like either of them.
Oh, that's
how can you not like both of those guys?
Those guys. Oh,
it's a good job. It's a good job. Mrs. Nemeth is not here right now. She'd be all over that, Punk. She'd be all over that. Right. TNA wrestlers confirmed that Bound for Glory will have the company's highest paid ticket total and will be the largest grossing live event in the United States in 2024, which was held previously by last month's Victory Road special in San Antonio. So I think they're it's just going from, better and better, isn't it? As the year progresses, everything's getting better. We had that little slip up with the Scott D'Amore debacle in the middle, just after Hard to Kill, but it's now on its way up.
Matt Hardy was putting the company over after with all the numbers and that released earlier today as well. Just saying it's fantastic to see how everything has gone. So he's still showing his support for the company and everything too. It's just brilliant to see. I've been watching 2015 and the turnabout is coming, especially since Scott and Don came in. It's been amazing, and it's just getting better and better and better. It's just fucking great to see.
It is definitely. Hey, Somerset Slammer's in the house.
Hey.
Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. But there you go. So MLP used a lot of production staff that Impact used to use. That's why it looks like TNA. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. It did have that feel about it. Jinder Mahal, Force Excellence was there. Yeah, that's right. He was. Jinder Mahal was there. There was loads. I mean, Josh Alexander was there. There was loads of talents there. So it's good to see. TNA Hall of Fame inductees to be Bob Ryder and Rhino. Two fantastic choices. for that. I mean, obviously, Bob Ryder passed away. A couple of years ago now. But the testimonials on this guy is
co-founder.
Co-founder of TNA deserves his flowers. There's no doubt about that. And of course, Rhino, a workhorse for the company, former world champion. I mean, the dude has done everything that you'd expect him to do. Absolutely fantastic, and he's well deserved as well. I think they were working out now that he spent more time in TNA than any other company. Apparently.
Well, wonder what Rhino's speech is going to be.
Off.
Yeah, I reckon it might be. I reckon it could be that. It could be.
I've been waiting for a while.
Very disappointed. Very disappointed. Okay, so, but like you say, both guys very, very, deserving of their awards. So I'm looking forward to seeing who inducts them and all that. I don't know. Could we see Sabu, or could we see Raven maybe induct Rhino? That would be cool. So there's lots of cool stuff. Okay, Mike Bailey and Leon Slater clash in an insane X Division title match last week on Impact. What a match, guys. What a match that was. And just letting you guys know, I have interviewed Leon, and that interview will be going live on Friday. Make sure that you check that out. But really good interview, actually. Leon was really good. I think you're going to really like him. But the bottom line is, this match was an absolute banger. I love this match. There you go. Look at that.
Absolute banger, an understatement. My God, if Mike Bailey, he showed he can wrestle differently. Everyone's expecting him to be that striker. He showed he can be a mat wrestler. Reminded everyone that again. And he really took it to Leon Slater, and Slater really took it to Mike Bailey. It was one of the best matches of the year in a long list of best matches of the year. And Bailey's in quite a few of them, and Leon Slater's in quite a few of them. So
exactly, wow. Big fantastic.
And Leon Slater's only been with the company for about 6 months or so. So it's like, wow, and he's in some of the best matches of the year already. That's just how good he is.
He's so good, so good. Can I just say a quick hello to Fraser? Thank you for joining us, buddy. Appreciate it. And Sid is saying, are we enjoying Wendy Chu?
Yes. I think she's amazing. I think she's absolutely amazing.
Totally. I think she's really strong talent. She reminds me very much of Sue Young, with her in-ring style. She clearly has. I think she studied Sue Young. She has Sue Young mannerisms about her. So, I'm enjoying her time. I think she's very good. Sid saying that Kurt Angle's been saying that the TNA Knockouts division was at the forefront of women's revolution. Do you agree? Yes, totally.
Definitely.
Do. I think they were the women's revolution, if you ask me. Yeah. But that's another story. We had Deanna Purrazzo recently had an interview with Chris Van Vliet, and she cites her success now massively to her time in Impact Wrestling, and I think it's great now to see talent.
I am the fucking greatest.
She certainly is. I think it's amazing that talents now are all starting to praise Impact, praise TNA in their time, and I think that shows volumes. In terms of where TNA now stands in the landscape of things, and they're right. Like at the end of the day, Deanna Purrazzo wouldn't have been signed. She wouldn't be earning a big money deal right now in AEW if she hadn't come to Impact and proved how good she was, would she?
No, WWE dropped the ball with her. Made a mistake, not using her right, and then just letting her go. But when I interviewed her a couple of years ago, she had nothing but for TNA how they took her under their ring, and have helped her go forward. It's just been it was so nice to hear from her, and to know that attitude, and that outlook and everything has gone away now. It's just great to see as well.
Totally, I totally agree with that as well. And Gibster, you talk. That is something that I think Joe has been banding around.
You've been reading my mind, mate. My God, that's exactly what crossed my mind as soon as I heard that Kazarian was going to be the referee in this match. That this is what needs to happen now, and I suggested it to him, and he gave me a thumbs up.
Likes that idea. Likes that idea.
Yeah, he liked the idea of him getting inserted just by winning the bank call your shot gauntlet, and then this comes up. It's like, Kaz, you know what you need to do now. All hail the king of TNA. All hail the king of TNA.
There you go. Hello, Barry, by the way. Barry's just joined us, so it's nice to see you. And what Courtney said, Wendy Chu took Tatum into what looked like a travel case last night on NXT. Is she heading to the undead realm? Oof.
Wow.
Who knows? Who knows? We all know that the undead realm can be accessed through anywhere. And it only takes Rosary creating portals. So you never know. You never know. But there you go. Now, recently, Ali Catch, talking about the Knockouts division, Ali Catch made it very clear she wants to be on the TNA Knockouts roster. I think along with Indy Fave, Hyan, I think those two would be great addition to the TNA Knockouts roster. I still think we're a couple of talents short. I cannot wait for Kylan King to get back.
I'm really looking forward to 2025. She'll be back.
And it would be fantastic to have Steph back as well.
Yeah. Oh, Steph De Lander signed with TNA as well, so she will be back next year.
Well, you've got Steph De Lander has recently undergone her surgery, and of course is now on the road to recovery. She did put a video up. I think it was yesterday that given us an update. She's so funny. If you haven't seen that on the Twitter sphere, then go and check that out. I think it's on Insta as well. But she's so she seems to be doing well. She's had a few piercings replaced and stuff. So good to see Steph on the road to recovery. Fingers like she'll be back in 2025. So excited for that. But like you said, Hyan, Ali Catch, both would be great additions to the roster. And there's some other great talents out there as well.
Maggie Moore, if you've not seen Maggie Moore's match,
Maggie Moore would be another one.
She was incredible. That from that match alone, I just thought she needs to come onto this roster. She was so good, holding her own against Rosemary or people. Rosemary like the standard of the Knockouts division, not taking anything away from Jordan Grace or Tasha Steeles, because we know Tasha's the greatest to beat the greatest, and Jordan Grace is the juggernaut. But Rosemary's been there for 10 years now, and she's one of the standards of the Knockouts division. She's got gold up, and that match was incredible. Maggie Moore.
Totally. Maggie Moore is a top talent. I mean, and when you look back at stuff, I mean, look at Danny Luna at the moment. She looks like a different girl. She's literally totally slimmed down. She's toned right up, but even facially, she looks different. But yeah, man, she's really taking everything seriously right now and getting herself into fantastic shape. I think with the addition of maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 talents into that Knockouts division, we could be looking at a pretty badass division once again. Of course, with it looking likely that Jordan Grace is heading to the WWE once her contract is up with TNA. I'm interested to know who you guys in the chat would like to see turn up at TNA.
Yeah.
Even in 2025, they might not turn up before the end of the year. But maybe they start turning up in 2025. I'm very interested to hear what all you guys think on that one. So leave your answers in the chat, guys.
And good afternoon to you, Terence. How are you doing?
Lovely. Good to see that. I'd like to see more of Sol Rocco and Carmen Petrovic. Yeah, they're both pretty good.
Sol Rocco was incredible. She was amazing.
Yeah, That's the NXT girls. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really good. AJ Styles want to work with TNA again. I've heard that. I've heard he does want to come and work with TNA again, which is fantastic. Maybe that's where he wants to finish his career, where he started. I think is where he started to get big. I should say, because obviously before he became big in TNA, he'd already been to WCW and WWE or WWF at the time. So yeah, he was already sort of like
that news to me. I thought he just started in TNA. Wow, that's something I didn't know. Wow.
There you go. Yeah, I think he was called something else back then though. I can't remember what he was called. It was AJ something. But either way, he did start with WCW and he did have a same with
James Storm.
No, not James Storm. AJ's best buddy, Christopher Daniels. Christopher Daniels also had a couple of matches in WWF at the time as well. So, but they sort of had tryouts or whatnot, or they were around doing some. I can't remember how many matches AJ had. It wasn't that many, maybe one or two, something like that. But he was in WWE before he went to before he got sort of kind of brought into TNA and really sort of kind of pushed and show what he could do, which was fantastic. Yes, Courtney, Christopher Daniels, CD, that's it. The Fallen Angel, as it was.
Yeah.
He was even doing the Angel's Wings back then. Yeah, man. So it could be interesting. Now,
it's like one of the protected moves if nobody else has done it then. Wow.
Yeah. Now, going back to what someone's we've already discussed this a little bit. Frankie Kazarian, the special guest referee in the world title main event at BFG. I've written like a million question marks next to this because, I thought this was terrible booking, and I still do. So I'm open-minded enough to see where it goes. It came out of nowhere. It feels forced as opposed to kind of, I don't know. It just doesn't. It's not sitting well with me.
It didn't sit right with me. So I had to think, but then ideas came flying through. But even then, I was like, really, you couldn't just let him win the coil shot Gauntlet and insert himself in the match that way. You had, it's still, but then it opens up the doors for John Layfield to do something as well. So I think it is long-term, like short stints and hints and stuff planning there in case if Layfield doesn't turn on Hendy. Doesn't turn on them if they make him do something to stop him from fucking up the match.
Maybe. But I just feel it's like, what you're doing is you're just adding more and more moving parts to what could be an absolute banger of a match. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Is it necessary?
Sometimes less is more. And this is one of those matches where less is more.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. The Motor City Machine Guns won their debut match on Friday, of course, on SmackDown.
Yeah, I want their in-ring entrance. All I could hear was the Motor City Machine Guns from TNA theme. You can't watch them come in and not hear that rather than what they got at WWE. It just doesn't sound the same at all.
It's not the same.
The first one we hear was Motor City, Dad.
Exactly. I don't know. It's not working. It's not working for me. But it's fantastic to see them getting an opportunity at the biggest league, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they
were happy enough
for all those years.
They were happy enough just to go into NXT and go from there. But to come straight down, that's just wow. They got more than they thought they were going to get.
Yeah, man, totally agree. But there you go. So we've got all that going on with the Frankie Kazarian stuff. We've got Jeff Hardy, Joe Hendry in concert on the October 27th at the Wayne State University Fieldhouse. That should be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know whether they're doing their own things or whether they're doing some kind of duet, maybe. That would be interesting. But we've got that to look forward to as well. So that's all good. we've already done the Steph De Lander surgery update, haven't we already? And that was the last thing I had on my list to talk about. But yeah, some really cool stuff's been going on over the last sort of couple of weeks, which is good to see. But guys, we need to talk Bound for Glory, don't we?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah.
We do. We need to spend a bit of time talking about Bound for Glory. And let's go in with the countdown to glory, first of all.
That is not an appropriate question.
It's been extended, and it's going to be 1 hour 15 minutes. Now, what we've seen is that the countdown shows for the specials have been about half an hour.
Yeah.
But for the pay-per-views, they've been an hour. But this one has been extended an extra 15 minutes. I suppose that's to give that Call Your Shot Gauntlet a little bit of time just in case, you know.
Definitely.
So they're getting the Hall of Fame in there. We're going to see the awards being given out to Rhino and Bob Ryder. Obviously, we're going to wait and see who's going to induct them. I have a funny feeling that we might see. Now, I don't know how true this is, but I got a feeling that Rhino's going to be inducted by someone like Raven, or maybe Sandman, for instance. I mean, he's still around, isn't he? Or someone like that.
Oh, yeah, I would love to see Sandman again. But
And Bob Ryder. Now, this could be a long shot, but what if it's Jeff Jarrett?
That would be great. That would be really great to see. Yeah, nice to see Double J again, and it'd be really fitting to have someone who started up the company have induct him as well. You know, it'd be great to see.
I have a funny feeling that it could be Double J, but we'll have to wait and see. But I'm excited to find out who these are going to be. I think both guys are very worthy. There are a couple of other guys I was thinking of that, you know, I would like to see in there, maybe before, you know, a Rhino, for instance. I'd like, you know, but you think about what he's done in recent years and what he did in the past. He definitely deserves a spot in the Hall of Fame. So that's good to see.
Rumors are going around that they were trying to get Monty Brown, but they couldn't get out of him. So they couldn't confirm if he was going to come in or not. But Monty Brown was apparently one guy that they were going to try and put in.
Well, there you go. Sid, we know that Double J is signed to AEW, but as we all know, you know, people are crossing over all over the place these days.
Yeah.
So I could certainly see it happening. EY inducted Bob Ryder. How about Rhino inducted by Heath? There you go. Yeah, there you go. You never know. That could be interesting. But there you go. So Call Your Shot Gauntlet. That's also going to be on the countdown show. Now, you know, what are we going to see here? We know we've definitely got 6 TNA guys confirmed because we've got a match this week to determine who's going to go in at 20 and who's going to go in at 1. So we know that we've definitely got 6 TNA talents, being Frankie Kazarian, Laredo Kid, Sammy Callahan. Let me just quickly go and check who it is a second.
Jason Hotch.
That's right, Jason Hotch, Jake something, and AJ Francis.
Amazing. It's going to be a good match.
Yeah, so we know we've got those guys. And one of those is going to go in at number 1, and one of those is going to go in at number 20. It's going to be interesting. I think it'll be Kaz that goes in at number 20. Yeah, that's what I think will happen here. Kaz is going to win. Is going to go in at number 20, but we'll see. But who do you think we could see? Could we see like some special appearances from former TNA talents, or they haven't confirmed whether there's going to be any if there's women in it as well, whether it's all guys, because obviously when they've done that number 1 to number 20 thing, there's no knockouts in that. So, but I think if there are going to be some knockouts, I think this is where you could see a return in ODB, for instance. Boom! We could definitely see that. I
you can also see
Hardcore Country.
Yeah, we could maybe see Hardcore Country turn up. I know we won't see, and that's Deanna Perrazzo. We're not going to see her, unfortunately. But there you go, Gibster. James Storm, good shout. Could we see James Storm?
I would love to see the car again.
I was thinking someone like Amazing Red or Shark Boy would be cool, or Curry Man.
Oh wow, I'd love to see Curry Man. That'd be amazing.
Just remember, the Curry Man is not owned by Christopher Daniels. We know that he originally played him, so anyone could stick on the Curry Man gear
and
turn up. Could we see Suicide again, or Manic maybe, rather than Suicide? Maybe we could see Manic turn up. But there you go. I think there's possibilities of quite a few. Amazing Red. I'd love to see Amazing Red turn up.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be very cool. What about Hernandez?
Yeah.
Or Hernandai, as they used to say. Supermex, baby. Will Supermex turn up? I don't know. There's a possibility there. We got to start thinking. Maybe this is where an alley catch could turn up.
Yeah, we gotta get Johnny Swinger. I gotta have the swing back. God, I miss the swing man.
Can't miss him. We need to. We definitely like. Smash is saying there, J-Bo saying we could do it a bit Shark Boy. We could do it a bit Show Yeah. We could do with some of that, couldn't we? We could definitely do it a bit of Show Yeah. I think that would be great fun. But who do you guys think in the chat we could see on the Call Your Shot Gauntlet? What about you, Joe? Got any other ideas?
Oh, I've got Trevor Lee is one I'd love to see.
Trevor Lee, that's a good shout.
Yeah,
that's a good shout.
I'd love to see Trevor Lee. EC3.
Yeah,
I know probably, but he's one of the guys that's out there who could just come in, make a huge pop. I'm probably going to be going off of guys who got me into TNA. So Jesse Gallus is another one.
Yeah,
I guess they're doing a crossover with WWE. I'd love to see Whacking Wild come in, although he's on SmackDown and not NXT, so I don't think they'd be bringing guys like that in. But I'd love to see him.
What about Relic? He could come in. Killer spelt backwards. You know what I'm saying? We need a bit of Relic in there. That would be fun. And Matt Morgan come back for one night.
Yes, love to see Matt Morgan. He was incredible.
Yeah, we could see Boopy Googe.
Yeah,
we could see Boopy Googe turn up.
Shearer. Get Shearer in for Limpster.
Oh my God.
Okay, Gibbs the same Bram. We can get Bram to come back in. That would be great.
I forgot. It wasn't the Chesterfield something or other. The
Chesterfield Plague.
That's it. The Chesterfield Plague. Yes, we need the Chesterfield Plague. That would be awesome. I don't know. There's so many possibilities. And I'm sure it's just going to be 20 of our current roster, but we'll have to see. There'll
be a few guest appearances. There will be. But ODB, I'd love to see ODB back, definitely.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I think so too. But I agree. Leave Shearer at home. We don't need we don't need Mohabali Shearer. We definitely don't. I think we could do with Odark. I think Odark would be good. Odark for your Call Your Shot. That would be awesome. Rockstar Spud. I don't know. I think there's so many possibilities. I know he's working with WWE. You don't have to tell me. I'm just messing. But anyway,
book this.
I mean, if we had some ladies in there, Ali Catch, ODB, maybe we could see. I'm just trying to think sort of people coming in from the past, possibly. Like say a Mickey James or who could we? Because I'm sick. Yes, Jessica. Maybe we could see Havoc turn up. That would be good. Yeah, that would be a good one. She'd be good for that. Definitely.
Yeah, it'd be great if Jessica turns up rather than Havoc.
maybe. But anyway, lots of possibilities. Lots and lots of possibilities there. Trevor Lee would be great. Yeah, Trevor Lee would be great. Okay, so let's have a look at the Bound for Glory card, Joe. Let's have a little bit of let's have a look at that. I've just gone with the order that they are on the website. I don't know what order they're obviously gonna play out on the show. But let's have a crack. So we got the KO Tag Titles match: Spitfire, versus Rosemary, and of course NXT's Wendy Chu. That's been building now, hasn't it, for at least 6 weeks or so. So
that promo Rosemary did last week, that was really good with Jody Threats in that room. Rosemary and Wendy Chu were stalking her. That was really good.
That would be really good, definitely. I think this is going to be a great match. I'm a massive fan of Jody Threat, obviously, big fan of Danny Luna being a UK lass. I honestly believe that Spitfire are going to retain, but you never know. Could this be the first title that goes to an NXT talent, for instance? In Wendy Chu? Could these titles be defended over at NXT? I don't know. We'll have to see. But I think Spitfire are going to retain, and I hope so, because they had such a redemption story.
Well, I can see them retaining. I don't see them losing, but it doesn't mean that this match is going to be shortcut and easy peasy. This is going to be a real good match.
I think so too. And it'll really show how good Spitfire are as well, which is good to see. So I'm excited about that one. I don't know whether it's going to be the opening match. I think, I'll be honest with you, I think it could possibly be the X Division Championship is the opening match, because they normally go with a sort of kind of fast and furious opening match, don't they? So, but I don't know. Bailey and Vikingo
pumping after the coin shot gauntlet. Let's keep the crowd pumping.
Yeah, I think you could see the X Division Championship. I think we could see Mike Bailey and Vikingo open the show in their X Division Championship match. What are your thoughts on this? I knowing that Vikingo is a free agent at the moment, I would love to see them sign him, or at least get him on some kind of 6-month program before he heads off to WWE or AEW or something. I don't know, on a big money deal. It would be good to see him, on TV for a little while for TNA.
I know he's around throughout the rest of the Bound for Glory tapings as well, so he's going to be there for a couple of matches, which is going to be great to see. But this match against Mike Bailey, it came out of nowhere, which I'm still disappointed that Leon Slater and Mike Bailey wasn't on Bound for Glory. But this is going to be. But if these were swapped around and we had Vikingo on last week, and Leon Slater on at Bound for Glory, it doesn't take anything away from how good the match is going to be, because all those guys mentioned, they can just put on a 5-star match regardless of what event is, regardless of what ring or place it is. You just put them in the ring together, any ring, any country, anywhere, and you're going to get a massive instant classic.
Yeah, there you go. And Courtney's mentioned that Vikingo fought Nick Nemeth, and she believes it. That was right. That was at a AAA show.
Yeah.
I think Nick Nemeth won, didn't he? Didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He
beat him for the title to become AAA champion.
But I don't think Vikingo's going to win. I think Mike Bailey's going to retain. And then we're going to, again, if Vikingo wins, they've signed him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've signed him if Vikingo wins.
That gives Mike Bailey a really, really shit track record with the X Division title, though.
Yeah, true. No, I think Mike's going to retain, and fully deserved to. If he does, I'm sure. But Vikingo, Mike Bailey, that's going to be a cracking match. We've got the Monsters Ball match.
Yes.
So we've got the DMC and obviously the IWC titles on the line. That's PCO versus, of course, the what's he called himself now? The hardcore something. The Deathmatch King. The Deathmatch King, Matt Cardona. I actually think this is going to be an absolute cracker. I think a lot of people, it's PCO is, blah, blah, blah. I know Craig is probably not looking forward to this one. But I have a funny feeling this is going to be an absolute beast of a match. And, he needs to make sure that his left hit's put away, though.
Miss filling in for Limpster there and let you know everyone know.
Left hit.
No, This is going to be a damn good one. You know, I've been looking forward to PCO and Matt Cardona finally coming together. You know, when that injury that Cardona suffered was an absolute shame. But delaying mismatch, they've carried the story forward still brilliantly, and it's just been set up brilliantly to be even bigger than what we were going to see beforehand.
Yeah.
So they've done a really, really good job with this, and no, they're going to after Cardona smashed that cinder block over PCO at his wedding. You know, he's not going to take PCO lightly.
Yeah. Like it's Somerset Summer. We don't need what's he saying? Goof Donna. This match is dead rubber. And PCO one of these days is going to literally kill himself in the ring. And then
where will we be?
Well, he'll be happy because I'm sure that's probably where he wants to die. And besides, he's already dead. He's the Frankenstein, for God's sake. They just reanimate him. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all fine. No, I'd like to say I don't know. I have a funny feeling that Matt Cardona is going to win this.
Then he takes all the gold.
Takes all the gold, and then we'll have Matt running with that for a little while, which I don't have an issue with that at all. I think that'd be fine.
It'd be cool. It'd be really cool to see. And then when it's just going to really create friction between Steph De Lander and PCO too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, totally. I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be an interesting one though. So even Punk thinks that Cardona is going to win the titles as well. Gibbs was saying he likes PCO, just don't like him having the belts. No, I agree because he doesn't defend them at all, and of course
he defends them in every match he's in.
Are losing their value. Every match he's had, he defended them, hasn't he?
Yeah, but it's not been really highlighted though. That's the only difference between like when Mike Bailey was defending the title in every match between PCO.
Yeah. But so this is going to be madness. We know that it's going to be tax. We know there's going to be Lego. We know there's going to be metal. We know there's going to be ladders. We know there's going to be chair. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's
and
Full Metal Mayhem light almost.
Yeah, I think we could safely say there's going to be blood. There's going to be crimson in this one. So expect some crimson. This, I think, is going to be a beast of a match. Okay, we then get two plain matches. So we've got Josh Alexander versus Steve Macklin. And we've got...
You call this a plain match?
Well, I mean, no stipulations. There's no stipulations.
Yeah, I know. It's like a casual listener is thinking plain. Like, it's just nothing. Yeah, this is anything but nothing, guys.
I mean, these two are going to go at it like you're not believe. But it's going to be a good match. I just mean there's no stipulations. We've got Moose versus Mike Santana as well.
That's going to be banger.
I mean, the way they built up this is pretty intense. I think Mike's going to be wanting to embarrass Moose, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I feel that obviously with Josh Alexander, now setting up the Northern Armory, I think obviously the Northern Army are going to play into this one. But will Steve Macklin have an armory of his own, being a former military man?
He's got to have some backup at least.
Who knows? Is Macklin going to turn up with some of his old his old army buddies? You never know.
Yeah,
you never know.
He might call some guys in from the Red Army that he's got on Wrestling Revolver.
Yes, there you go. You just don't know, do you? He might have someone in his corner to, keep those boys at bay.
Yeah, might see Killer Kelly again.
Well, you might do. I still think that the winner.
He's a part, so we might see Killer Kelly coming.
I think this will either be a DQ or Macklin's going to win because I think Josh Alexander's on his way out. But there you go. You heard that here. Moose versus Mike Santana. I hope Mike Santana wins this. I do, because I think the momentum has been built up really well for him. If he's to lose to Moose, then that momentum would be completely wasted. So, I'm hoping Mike Santana wins this one so we can keep him going. He's a badass and the crowd love him. What are your thoughts on this one, Joe?
Yeah, I can see Santana winning. I can also see with 1 week to go, like this week being the last week to go, we've got chances of a stipulation being thrown in here, even if it's like no interference or something like that. Anything, given the heat between them last week, Moose having to take Moose luring him backstage and taking him out there. That's not gonna sit well this week, and just be left bound for glory. Something's gonna happen this week, which could affect this match. But Santana's gonna walk out with the win eventually, and will probably be next in line to challenge for the world title afterwards. But this is where the system gets shut down, unfortunately. Much as you trust the system, and I trust the system, I've been hoping for
the system needs to be shut down.
Yeah, this is like the beginning of it getting put down, and of course we've got the system versus ABC and the Hardys too, so we can see it going there too.
There you go. So Somerset saying this is what it's about: two dudes who look like they mean business in an angle you can get into. Keep your flip. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's like that with both the playing matches. It's whoever wins deserves it, and whoever loses is going to be so sad for them. But my God, there's so much momentum built into both of these matches in such a short time. It's amazing.
Yeah, totally agree. Can I just say a quick hello to Eli? Thanks for joining us, Eli. Better late than never, young man. Better late than never. And there you go. Surfix, each to their own. I'm a fan of all wrestling. I'll be honest. There's not much wrestling I don't enjoy. I enjoy the flippy stuff for what it is. You know what I mean? As long as they can make it look realistic. You know what I mean? And so I was trying to say this to somebody the other day, right? When Will Ospreay was battling with, Mike Bailey and Josh Alexander, those matches were strong style, hard hitting, believable matches, right?
Yeah.
Since he's been in AEW, he's just basically having like acrobatic fucking displays rather than hard hitting matches. Don't get that. I don't get that at all. But anyway, we then move on and we've got the TNA World Tag Title match. Now this bad boy is going to be Full Metal Mayhem.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
The System versus the Hardys versus A, B, C. This is going to be crazy. I think the Hardys are going to win. I think TNA are giving them
hard to call. It's so hard to call.
I think TNA are going to give them a little run, and then ABC are going to take it off them.
The ABC.
I love it. Your lady's favorite wrestler, Chris Bay. That's the one.
The ultimate finesser, your girl's favorite wrestler, Chris Bay.
There you go. I think definitely the Hardys are winning. I think TNA are definitely giving them a little run to sort of kind of, they deserve a little run, don't they? They do.
They do. Matt's pepped with ABC last week. You're saying that this is basically the end of the road now, coming towards the road for us here. So, I think the Hardys will get the win, and then ABC mentioned that the Motor City Machine Guns didn't let them pass the torch, so they'll be taking it from the Hardys one way or another.
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah, that's true.
If the Hardys win this, the ABC will be getting the titles eventually at the start of the next year, around about Hard to Kill.
Possibly.
Which would be just great for all of them. It gives the Hardys the last.
It'd be nice for the Hardys to have like the rest of the year as champs, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be great. Matt deserves it. After all he's put in since he's come, he's just proven everybody wrong. And the Hardys are still one of the greatest tag teams of all. Or they still are one of the greatest tag teams of all time. And they were not using past tenure at all. They still are one of the greatest tag teams.
You can't take away their achievements. You can't. They're innovators they were innovators in their time. They were doing things that nobody else was doing. They were ahead of their time. Way ahead. And there's so many tag teams now that sort of kind of are of a very similar kind of ilk that grew up with the Hardys. So it's all good. It's all good for me. So once that one's done, and the Hardys are the new tag team champs, of course, Moose will lose to Santana, and then we're gonna get the System are gonna lose. So the System are going to be beaten. We've then got Jordan Grace versus my girl Masha Slamovich. And I honestly believe that Masha is going to win at Bound for Glory the Knockouts title. And of course, as we know, Jordan Grace is finishing out her contract. I think she'll pass it on to Masha, no problem at all. Pass that torch. And for me, Masha, other than Kylan King, who is injured, there is no other wrestler on the Knockouts roster that could credibly take that title off Jordan Grace. It has to be Masha. And I'm there for it. I can't wait. What about you, Joe?
Yeah, the other one, like I say, would be credible, would be the greatest to beat the greatest.
For me, she's lost too many times over the last year.
But this Masha and Jordan Grace, the banger they had last time they faced off each other at Bound for Glory, that was match of the year for everybody here.
I love that match.
Yeah, it was definitely the best match that Jordan Grace and Masha had together.
Oh, I love that match.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorites.
I love this match.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I think
this match is going to be incredible. If this can somehow surpass their last time squaring off against each other, then my God, they're going to have to destroy each other in this match. There's going to have to be blood.
Right. It's going to be insane. We're going to see some brilliant. We're going to see some off the turnbuckle stuff. I tell you, it's going to be amazing, absolutely amazing. And Gibster, you're right. Tasha's a jobber these days. I agree. I enjoyed Tasha when she was with Kiera Hogan. I didn't like her singles run. I don't rate her as a singles wrestler, but she was great with. I forgot what they were called now. Fire and Flavor. That's it. I thought they were great. Fire and Flavor, I thought were great, but as a singles competitor, I'm not as convinced with her. All the talk, not great in the ring.
Greatest.
You do realize it's predetermined, Joe, right?
But she beat the greatest. She's the greatest to beat the greatest.
I'm not saying she's not. But she's been a bit of a loser recently. So there you go. I think Gibster's right. She's a bit of a jobber at the minute. But that doesn't mean to say they can't turn that around. And maybe Tasha could be the first the first challenger for Masha.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Masha.
But I think
Kylan King will be definitely up there as well.
We got Kylan King. I mean, I don't know what's going to go on with Killer Kelly, whether she's returning and when. Obviously, she's on maternity in a minute, but we just have to see. And then we have the main event of the night, TNA World Title match, of course, with special guest referee Frankie Kazarian, the king of TNA, Nick Nemeth versus I believe
in Joe Hendry.
There you go. Brilliant. We'll have to see. How this pans out. We know John Layfield's going to have something to do with it. We know JBL's going to get involved. Frankie Kazarian is obviously not going to be able to hold himself, is he? If he wins, call your shot. He's going to call his shot. I think we're just going to have to wait and see how it all pans out. And hopefully there's not too many moving parts to go wrong. Hopefully. And I think Nick Nemeth is going to retain.
Wow.
And I know you think Frankie Kazarian is going to call his shot and take a win like Moose did a couple of years back.
If Kazarian doesn't win, I could see Joe Hendy walking away with the Gauntlet. Because the other thing that could cross my mind, we talked about before, is what if Layfield turns on Nemeth, and even despite going down and bringing him around to AAA and helping him there, he ends up turning on Nemeth and just to go with Joe Hendry and try to big up Joe Hendry. That's the thing that possibly could be happening. But I think Joe might just win this and then go on heel turn.
There you go. I mean, we just don't know. We just don't know yet.
There's all these extra moving parts, but there's still the core idea we had for all that was thrown at us to still ticket away too.
Yes, of course. But it's interesting if you look at the chat right now, very split. Some think Joe's going to win, some think Nemeth's going to win. We've got Gibster saying Kaz is going to end up champ. I don't know.
Oh, we knew Courtney going to be going for Nemeth, Mr. Nemeth, but
I mean, it's definitely going to be some kind of skewy finish. I think
there's going to be something weird.
There's definitely going to be something strange goes on in this, and we're going to be all shocked out of our feet. I don't know. Someone random turns up, like EC3 or something, or I don't know. Something weird's going to happen at this moment. We're all now thinking is Kaz is going to get involved and JBL's going to get in. It'll be someone completely different and turn out. They're going to turn up and totally blow everyone out of the water. That's what I reckon. We'll have to see. Let's turn our attentions to TNA Impact this Thursday because we got that before Bound for Glory. And we've got some interesting stuff going on Thursday night, to be fair. So we're going to get the first ever world title double contract signing. So we're going to get Nemeth versus Hendry.
Lost the ring.
Grace versus Slammiversary. Contract signing. It's going to all happen together. Is it going to be in the ring or is it going to be a backstage thing? Just going to have to wait and see. But it's
in a padded cell.
In a locked room. That's where they need to be. In a locked room.
Go back to 2020, have behind the screen from each other, so they can smash each other's faces, especially with Masha Sullivan and Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
Mash is ready to just go and knock her up before the contract even gets signed.
I don't know. But either way, I think it's gonna be good stuff.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
So we've got the system being Moose, Edwards, Myers, and of course JDC versus the Hardys and ABC. So that's an 8-man tag. That should be interesting. We've got Josh Alexander versus Jonathan Gresham. And I've noticed they've changed the graphics. So before, when they were advertising this match, they had masked version of Gresham. And now they've changed it. It's now normal face aggression. So, I don't know. That should be interesting. Either way, it'd be a good match. Two fantastic wrestlers going at it. Should be great. We've also got, ahead of obviously their tag match, we've got Jodie Threat versus Wendy Chu, NXT's Wendy Chu.
That's going to be good.
I think it's going to be a good match. I'm a massive fan of Jodie anyway, and what I've seen of Wendy, I think this is going to be a good match. But again, we've got Danny Luna in Jodie's corner. Of course, we've got Rosemary and Wendy Chu's corner. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. You just never know. Now we've also got these 6 competitors vying for the 20th spot in the Koya Shot Gauntlet. Of course, with the losers in the number 1 spot. So we've got Kaz, AJ Francis, Sammy Callahan, Laredo Kid, Jake Something, and of course, Jason Hotch. Jason's obviously going to have Skylar in his corner. AJ Francis is going to have Casey Navarro in his corner. We're going to have shenanigans outside the ring. We're going to have shenanigans inside the ring. Who do you think is going to get? Who do you think is going to be the winner, and who do you think they're going to pin? So to be the one that ends up going in first. What do you think?
I think Darian's going to win. He's going to end up pinning Jason Hart, or he's going to end up pinning Jake Something.
Okay, I'm down with that. Because that's exactly what
I don't want something to be pinned. I would rather see him win. Given after everything that's happened to him, I'd rather see him win and come in out. But it just, given the way that they're booking Jake, I think he's like one of the guys you expect, and he's going to get pinned. So it'll be either Kazarian gets the win, or I'd like to see Jake get the win, or Sammy Callahan would be one of the guys to get pinned instead.
Yeah, I think the potential for the ones to get pinned is either Sammy, Jason Hotch for me, and I think either Kaz or Jake something's going to win.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's right, Jay Francis.
You are banned from diving.
Yep. You are banned. AJ Francis.
I'm never letting that go. That's just such a great song. He just has to come again.
You are banned from diving.
You are. Yeah, we love it. We love that one. Okay, we've also got the launch party by Elegance. That should be interesting. And are we going to see the fully made over Heather Reckless?
That's what they said last week. That's what they missed last week. Ash Ryder against his match last week was bloody good too. That was really good. So I'm looking forward to what's going to happen with her. Heather Reckless. What have they done to her? Oh wow! And Ash Brooks is facing Brooks this week. Well, or she's but that rivalry's ongoing now. So my God, it'll be good to see. Oh yes, let's see what comes.
Oh, he's getting excited, isn't he, Joe?
Yeah.
Getting excited, buddy. You
are. I've been big fan of Ash Brooks since coming. The character's really just exploded into something really entertaining.
I think once they gave her some proper matches, I started to get won over.
Yeah,
I've got nothing against the character, but they've got to make sure that they back it up with some good matches. They've got to get her in there, and she's got to be good.
When they are now already controlling the Reckless, and that type of character is perfect for the thing she's trying to portray. It's just great. It's just working brilliantly.
I agree. It's going to be good. And who's going to get the next makeover?
Yeah,
they can't just stop at Heather, surely.
No,
we've got to
touching his side for sure.
We need Team Elegance, don't we? We need Team Elegance. That's what we need.
Just give the person a concierge to makeover.
Well, yeah, he could do with one, couldn't he?
Yeah.
He was it. I believe he was at that Forged by Excellence. Yeah. Maybe that's what the next show could be called. Forged by Elegance. But anyway, guys, that's about all we got time for this week. Also, if you want to show your support for the TNI UK team, please feel free to super sticker us or head over to prowrestlingtees.com/Total Nonstop Impact for some great shirts, or head over to our exclusive Spreadshirt merch store. Links, of course, as always, are below. All the TNI shows are available to all you listen on the Go fans audio only via SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you list your favorite shows. We, of course, are there. Where can we find you on the socials, Joe?
You can follow me on Twitter at JOK80space. You can jump to Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. Look for #empty_space, #TheVoid, or fantastic Facebook and your sense of #Daily. But approach with an open mind. You just might keep your sanity.
Sanity might keep your sanity. You never know. You never know. Okay, if you're interested in following, obviously, TNI, and you're not following us already, we're available on all the socials at We Talk Impact. You can find us on any event, Instanick, Facebook, the Twitter sphere, or Xbotch, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But we're available on all of your socials. Make sure you go in. Follow us on all of those. If you want to follow me at Lord Bison 45, please feel free. I'm gradually building up my followers. We're doing really well, actually. So if you want to follow me and you're not already, go and follow me. I'm also available on TikTok at Bison by Design. So go and check that out. I'm doing stuff daily on there now. So make sure that you go and check it out. Doing loads of stuff on there. But guys, listen. Please take the time to help us out moving up the rankings on YouTube by giving us a thumbs up And if you're new to us and you like what you see, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to give the bell a tickle, a squeeze, or of course a smash to never miss any of the great content coming out from not only the UK team, but also the US team as well, who will be going live tomorrow night directly after Impact, TNA Impact has aired. And of course, don't forget, I have an interview with, of course, the youngest in charge, Leon Slater, coming to you this Friday. If you're in the UK, that'll be at 9:30 p.m. No idea what that is in the US, but I decided to put it a bit later here in the UK, so it's a bit later in the US. So, you know, hopefully that'll be a better time for you guys to check that out. But guys, listen, thank you so much for the support. We do appreciate it. It means the world to us. But with all that said, I of course have been Bison, and he has been the man coming to us from the void of his own mind, the Joker. And this has been episode 203 of Impacted. Take care, everyone.
Take care, guys.